Alright, I was having trouble with my camera, but it's all good now, guys. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to do my top 10 cheap fragrances. And what I mean by that is cheap as in the price of the fragrance, not the quality. All these fragrances have good quality. They smell really, really good. And they all, each and every one of them just give me tons of compliments. And the reason why I'm decided to do an updated version is because we are in 2017 and I have found a lot of other fragrances that are really, really cheap and smell really good. So I decided to put this video together and let's get started. Alright, from my honorable mention, I have none other than Ed Hardy's Love and Luck. I'm pretty sure a lot of you smelt this fragrance. If you're not familiar with it, let me go ahead and run it down real quick. What you'll get with this fragrance is a nice citrus, fresh, clean scent. The versatility of this fragrance, I like to mainly wear it between the fall and winter, summer. It can be worn in all year long, but those are the seasons that it smells good on my skin. You'll get about 5 to 6 hours on longevity. The projection of this fragrance sucks, I'm not gonna lie. You have to really be close to in order to smell this fragrance, but it's still a good cheapie. I got this 100 ml for about $16, so an honorable mention. Didn't make my top list just for the reason it doesn't really project all that good, and everything else on this list projects pretty good. So Ed Hardy. Now let's go, guys, on to my top 10. Now this is a good fragrance to kick this top 10 list off, and the fragrance I'm talking about is, of course, Nautica Voyage. Forgive me for my lettering. I left this fragrance in my bag, in my gym bag, and all my clothes or whatnot rubbed the lettering off. Doesn't mean it's a fake or anything like that, but God, back to the fragrance itself. It smells aquatic, fresh. A lot of you guys out there know of this fragrance. $12 for 100 ml. If you want to smell good for a cheap price in the summer and in the spring, this is a good bottle to go for. Now, it lacks a lot in performance. I could get about 4 to 5 hours max of this fragrance in the summertime, but still a good fragrance, won't hurt the wallet, and will give you tons of compliments. Nautica Voyage, my number 10. Let's go on to my number 9. This one right here is an amazing fragrance. It does a lot to me in the compliment category, and it reminds me of Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, and you know what I'm talking about. Mont Blanc Legend Intense. This is the intense version. Golly, it smells good. Now the performance is also weak. I got this fragrance 100 ml for $25 online. Now, if you want to smell like Abercrombie & Fitch for a cheap price, I suggest you go with Mont Blanc Intense, and you won't be disappointed, guys. My number 8 spot. Alright. I'm sorry, that was my number 9 spot. My number 8 spot, I actually have a tie for you. Now, I couldn't figure out what to put on my number 8 spot, but these are powerful in the compliment category. And the fragrance I'm talking about is none other than Perry Ellis 360 Red and Perry Ellis M. Now let me start with Perry Ellis 360 Red. A lot of you know this bottle. Smells exactly like Acqua di Gio, the original, not the Profumo. The Profumo, of course, we all know it smells amazing, but this one, I honestly would wear this one. I'd rather wear this one than the original Acqua di Gio. Reason why is this gives me slight more performance and more compliments. It has patchouli and cinnamon, so it picks up that peppery vibe, something that the original Acqua di Gio doesn't have. But still, I get tons and tons of compliments wearing this. Good for the spring, good for the summer. Versatility is not all that great, like I said. It's good for outdoor fragrance if you want to be at the beach, at the park, or just hanging out, dress casually. This is a good fragrance. And on to Perry Ellis M. This right here, at the beginning of the opening, it smells very synthetic, but the dry down begins to smell like Chanel Allure Homme, and I've got mistaken, people thinking I was wearing Chanel Allure Homme, but actually I was wearing this. This has got me a tons of compliments in the fall and the winter. It's more of a warm type of fragrance, and like I said, perfect for the winter and the fall. I say on my skin lasts between 6 to 7 hours, honestly, and the projection is not all that great, but still it performs moderate. So guys, if you're looking for a cheapie and you want to smell pretty good in the winter, $12 Perriellis M, and I've got this 100 ml. They're both 100 ml. I've got this one for $16. All right, guys, two good Perriellis fragrance, and I'm telling you, they will give you tons and tons of compliments. All right, guys, on to my number 7. And my number 7, I don't know how to pronounce its name, so I'm going to try to pronounce it. It's called Zigna or Zinnia Intenso. I don't know, so comment below and let me know what's the, if you smelled this fragrance or whatnot. But, all right, this is new to my collection. I picked this up at TJ Maxx for $18, guys. This is a 15 ml, and when I first smelled it, right off the back, it reminds me of Armani Code. The original, again, not the Profumo. For the Profumo is way stronger than this one. But if you want to smell like Armani Code, I would go with Zigna Intenso. Now this one right here, 100% smells exactly like Armani Code, but with slightly better performance. Lasts on my skin between 7 to 8 hours, honestly. Good for the winter, good for the fall, and gives me tons and tons of compliments, guys. I'm not messing with you. This fragrance right here gives me enough compliments, maybe a little bit more than Armani Code. So if you want to smell like Armani Code for a cheap price, I would go with this bottle right here. All right, guys, on to my number 6. Now, my number 6 spot is a fragrance that's been compared to Creed Aventus. You already know what I'm talking about. And it's Insurrection Pure 2 by Rain Tradition. And the opening is, you get that pineapple, that fruity smell, and within the first 30 minutes of the dry down, it starts to smell woody and smoky. That's what I love about this fragrance. Now, you'll get between 5 to 7 hours of longevity with this fragrance, and you will also get pretty good performance. Not great performance, but alright performance. I get tons and tons of compliments wearing this fragrance within the fall, honestly, but I like to wear it all year long. That's how good it smells. I got this fragrance for $20 online, and this fragrance, the box it comes in is one of the best boxes I've owned so far. And you know, if you've had this fragrance, you know what I'm talking about. The box itself is elegant, it looks rich, and it looks like an expensive fragrance. Alright, guys, so if you've never smelled this, you'll get your pineapple, your fruitiness, your smoky, woody scent off of this fragrance. It's a beast in the compliment category. You'll get tons of compliment with this for only $20, guys. My number 6. Alright, let's move on to my top 5. Now, all these right here I'm about to show you are excellent in the compliment category. They last pretty good, and the projection is pretty modern. So, and the best part of these, they're all cheapies except for one of them, which is my most expensive from this list, but it still deserves to be in the top 5. Now let's go to my number 5th selection of my top 10 cheap fragrances, and it's none other than Hanamori Him. This fragrance has been compared to some other fragrances, but this one reminds me of one that I've owned already, and the fragrance I'm talking about is Spice Bomb. Now, everybody knows that Spice Bomb has that bang peppery note to it, that really strong peppery note to it, and a lot of women don't really like that. Now, Spice Bomb works really good on my skin between 3 to 4 sprays in a deep winter time. This one, 4 to 5 sprays, guys, if you want to smell like Spice Bomb without offending a female, smelling too pepperish. My wife is not a big fan of Spice Bomb, but she's a big fan of Hanamori Him, And the reason why is this doesn't carry, it has a great pepper note in it, but it's not all that in your face peppery vibe like Spice Bomb. And the dry down of this fragrance smells exactly like Spice Bomb, like 95% to me. On my skin, it works magic. I get tons of compliments, and one of my faves, and will always be in my collection. My number 5, Hannah Marie. If you haven't smelled this fragrance, I suggest you go pick yourself a bottle. I got this for $20 online, and it's a 50 ml. You could also get the 100 ml for 25. Still cheapies, still gives you tons of compliments, and good for the summer. I mean, my bad, good for the winter and fall. All right, on to my number 4 fragrance. This one right here gives me the most compliments of all fragrances in the dead winter and the fall, and I use it in the spring, honestly, sometimes in the summer. I'm not saying it's 100% versatile, but on my skin it works magic, and I get tons of compliment if I wear this fragrance all year long. And it has been compared to another Creed fragrance called Creed Original Santal, and you already know what I'm talking about. Mont Blanc Individual. This one right here, you get a lot of freshness. You get a drier sheet type of vibe, and anybody can tell you. You'll go through reviews of this fragrance or people having this fragrance on their top 5, top 10, whatever, top 20, top 100. This one will always rank on the top. The reason why is it's a cheapie. I got this for $18 at TJ Maxx, guys. Gives me tons of compliments. Smells rich. Smells like Creed Original Santal. You have that flower, that floral type of vibe. Now, when you first smell this and you spray it on your skin, you're not gonna like it right off the back. That's how it presented itself to me. When I first smelled this fragrance, I didn't like it. As soon as I stepped out and I went to work, people started to smell this fragrance, pick it up. Compliments left and right I got off of this fragrance. Now that's what we all wear fragrance for, guys, is for the ladies and the compliments, and this gives it to you. So if you're not a big fan of the scent itself, you'll be a big fan of how many compliments you'll get off of this fragrance. My number 4th pick, Mont Blanc Individual. Smells amazing, smells good, and will give you tons and tons of ladies compliments, guys. Mont Blanc. I suggest you go pick yourself one before they're sold out. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know if fragrance get sold out before they're even discontinued. Alright, now on to my number 3. Now here we go, guys. These top 3 are my big boys. And my number 3rd fragrance is a newcomer to my fragrance list. Smells good. It's very versatile. And it's a fragrance that's perfect for a close encounter. The fragrance I'm talking about is Moschino Umo. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Another fragrance I gotta learn how to pronounce his name, but other than the name, guys, this fragrance smells really, really good. It's rich, elegant, classy. That's what you'll get off of this fragrance, is richness, elegant, and classiness. I like to wear this fragrance, guys, on a day out. I know that I'm gonna go out on a date with my wife. I'll sport this fragrance. She loves it. When I first sprayed this fragrance, of course, it's more of a close encounter. The performance is not all that good. You'll still get between 6 to 7 hours of longevity. But in order for a female to smell this fragrance, to get the richness of this fragrance, they have to be close to you. So if you know you're going to come into a close encounter with a female, I suggest you wear this fragrance because they will love it. When I sprayed this on, and later on during the evening, me and my wife were, of course, cuddling and getting ready for the night, she smelled this on my neck and she couldn't stop smelling it. She fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. And it's a cheapie. You get a 4.2 ounce fragrance for $20, guys, online, and you can also pick it up. I seen this at TJ Maxx for $19, guys. Again, my number 3 pick, Moschino Umo. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But alright, now to the big boys, the top 2. My 2nd pick for my list, a lot of you already know it, and this could be easily on my top 10 most complimented list as well. And the fragrance I'm talking about is none other than Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. everybody in the fragrance community has this on their list. You already know what you'll get off of this fragrance. Yes, it's synthetic in the beginning, but the dried down smells, again, similar to Chanel Allure Homme, and maybe 10 to 15% of La Nuit de L'Homme. But that's what you'll get off of this fragrance. This fragrance, you gotta watch out because it is very strong. To me, I like to spray it between 3 to 4 sprays. It's like Spice Bomb. It can be offensive if you overdo yourself. So I suggest 3 to 4 sprays the max. In deep winter time, this will work as magic. I get tons of compliments. This is up there with Mont Blanc Individual and my cheapies on the best compliments. But this will always have a place in my heart and on my list. One of my all-time faves, and will always remain in my all-time list. Salvatore Ferragamo F Black, guys. Alright, now on to my number one. Before I get into it, guys, a lot of you are going to be shocked what my number one fragrance is, which is in a cheap category, because you're going to tell yourself, how is that even a cheap fragrance? Before I get into it, let me tell you, it wasn't always a cheap fragrance. It was always between $90 to $100. And you could still go to a Sephora, to an Ulta, to Macy's, Dillard's, and you will still find this fragrance within $90 to $100. But the other day, I would say last week, I was at a TJ Maxx, and I like to go to TJ Maxx, to your Ross's, to your stores like that, to see fragrances that are actually coming out into that market. So I passed by the fragrances and I saw this fragrance and I was shocked. So I opened the container where the fragrances were, and I saw how much this was. Now you'll get a 50 ml of this fragrance for $30, and you'll get so I went online after I saw that it was $30 for a 50 ml at TJ Maxx. So I went online where I buy all my fragrances to see how much it was. And there's actually 100 ml for $38 of this fragrance. And I was blown away. Easily, I thought already to put it on my top cheap list of 2017. And alright guys, let me get into it. The fragrance I'm talking about, my new top cheapie, as in the amount of money you'll spend for this sexy juice, is none other than, ready? Versace Eros. Ooh, guys, when I first saw this at TJ Maxx, and I was like, hold up. Again, it was a 50 ml. I saw it. I was like, $30. At Sephora and Dillard's, a 50 ml ranks you up to around $69 to $70. So when I went online to see the price of this on the website I buy my fragrances, I was blown away when I saw a 100 ml bottle for $38. Of course, I done bought me 2 of these online, and again, before people get all Versace's not a cheap fragrance. I'm not saying it's a cheap fragrance. Again, the list is my top 10 cheap and expensive list. Sexy fragrances that won't hurt your budget, your wallet, and that you could smell good. Now, onto this fragrance, you get sweetness, you get mintiness, and sexiness. Now, the reason why this made my number one spot for my cheap fragrance list is because it's very versatile. I could wear this all year long in the spring, the summer, the winter, the fall. I will still get mad compliments. Now, this is also a beast compliment getter in the club. Anybody can tell you, you could look at people's list on what to wear for the club. This will be up there. My number one cheapie, guys, won't hurt your wallet. I suggest go to www.fragrancenet.com, and I'm not sponsoring that website. Everybody knows who's seen my videos, what I'm about. I'm real. I'm going to tell you what you want. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you want to know, what fragrance is good for you that won't hurt your wallet. And that's what this list is about, guys. My number one pick, Versace Eros. $38 for 100 ml, guys. Can't go wrong there if you're looking for a sexy juice to rock you all year long. If you're just looking for one fragrance to last you all year long and won't hurt your wallet, Versace Eros, guys. Well, that's it for this video. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe down low for a future video, and I will see you soon. Have a great day, guys, and stay cool.